Hello and welcome to the first of my FL Studio 11 versus FL Studio 12 tutorials. As you probably already know, FL 12 is due out early next year, and in anticipation for the release next year, I've decided to beta test the software just to give myself a bit of a head start and to overcome any learning curves between the two versions of the software. What I thought I would do is, along my journey as such, I would document or record the differences between the two programs, and I'm going to record them side by side so it's easy for you to see. I'm planning on keeping these videos short. I know no one likes long videos, so I'm hoping to keep them within the 5 to 6 minute window. I'm going to break the series down into the key areas of FL Studio, whether it be the playlist, the piano roll, the mixer, and so on. This is the first of those videos, and I'm going to be tackling the step sequencer first. Okay, let's move on swiftly. So I've got a screenshot of the FL11 step sequencer, so you can see side by side. So I'm just gonna do that, and you can see it here, which is cool. I'm gonna go from left to right and top to bottom. See how we get on. Okay, cool. So the first thing we have is a dedicated drop down for the channel settings, like the piano roll, like the mixer that we saw in FL11 that already had these options. It's now been integrated into the step sequencer, so it's more consistent with the other windows in FL Studio, which is good. What we've got is the 16, well, in this screenshot, 16 beat per bar, or the beats per bar option that allowed you to extend the window of the step sequencer has been removed, and in place what you can do is you can just drag the window as such, and it automatically adds 4 beats or 1 bar, which is nice. You've got a scroll bar at the bottom of the step sequencer to scroll across. If you've got a large, I don't know, chord progression down, you can scroll, which is nice. On the subject of chord progressions and being able to see them in the step sequencer, the first of the new features on the step sequencer is this new interactive step sequencer / piano roll overview toggle. So what this does is this flicks between the piano roll and the step sequencer. As you probably remember from FL11, you had to right click the channel or the insert and send it to the piano roll, whereas now you can just flick between the two, which is nice. In FL11 we had a pattern drop down, so you could flick between all the different patterns. This has been moved to its own dedicated menu heading in the menu header, whereas before we had click here and it shows you all of your active patterns. So you can see this one has a ton of patterns. If you do find yourself having a large number of patterns, there is a couple of keyboard shortcuts that you can use. So I'm just going to pick drums number 4. Then if you select the plus or minus sign on your keyboard, it will flick through all the patterns, which is handy, just a handy shortcut in case you needed one. Right, what else have we got? We've got the grouping menu. So this has been moved from the footer of the step sequencer, and in its place you've just got a channel, you've just got a plugin picker. What else? We've still got the usual swing options here. The key difference is that you don't see a velocity option anymore. Previously you could select the this little graph looking symbol here, and it would take you to some bars that you could use, like some visual bars I mean, that you can use to adjust the velocities, but now that's been removed, and to do so you just need to go into the piano roll and right click and just adjust them as and when you need, which is not a big problem. What else have we got? If we right click the inserts, you'll notice that there was an edit option here that's been collapsed so that you can actually see all the edit options available here, as opposed to having to, go into a separate sub menu. Very small change, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Another small change is, if you notice on FL11 you had this little rectangle here, that's been removed, which has freed up some space. And in return, the select toggles here now visually demonstrate when a sound is playing. So I'll just start this song.
We all pretend to be fine.
So you can see that there were a number of the inserts flashing, so that means that they were active at the time of the song being played, which is nice. So you can just see from a high-level overview of what's playing and when. And I've covered the scrolling. I think I have covered everything. Yes, I've covered everything. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this video now. Be sure to check back for future videos in this tutorial where I'm going to be covering the other key areas in FL Studio, including the playlist, mixer, piano roll, channel options, and so on. Thanks for watching. Peace!